Welcome back to today's Friday, and today we're going to do a Friday update for Stormworks and maybe a mini tutorial on tracks. Let's get started! So while we have the dancing tank behind me, we're going to go ahead and read the fixes and changes for Stormworks for today's update, which is 0.9.6. So here we go.
Feature colorblind color palette options. Rework. Wheels and tracks now have grip slider for better vehicle tuning. Vehicles will slide when it's too low and shake when it's too high. Rework. Added a very short cooldown on interaction with certain transient objects, such as loot crates and survivors. Fix characters not following. Fix mesh export functionality in the vehicle editor. Fix large jet intake capping entire jet engine RPS at 6. Fix CTD on double interaction with certain transient objects, loot crates and survivors, we already said that. Fix small fan blade length being incorrect, thus outputting a ridiculous amount of force. Fix large and small fans no longer have a mass of 1. Fix distance sensor and laser beacon no longer work when damaged. Fix memory leak from the ocean. Aw, leaky ocean. Fix advanced wheels colliding incorrectly with physics at high speed. Fix ocean rendering issues in start menu. Fix flashlight updating in photo mode. Fix tiles and trees unloading when rendering by camera. Fix always rendering monitors. Fix misaligned additive rendering on Halloween costumes. Fix audio not updating correctly when viewing the map in third person. Fix indicator additive rendering when damaged. Fix lens flares no longer appearing correctly. Fix flickering spotlights. Fix several small mega island mesh and tile updates. Fix CTD on redo of depreciated components. Alright, that is it. Oh my gosh, that was too much.
Alright, so what we're going to do is take a look at the colorblind color palette options in the editor. Alright, so we're back in the editor. We're going to go ahead and click escape and go into the settings, and then we're going to go to general, and here you'll see accessibility. And now we have a color palette. We can do classic, which is just the normal node colors of red, green, and I think blue, yellow. And so what we're going to do is go and check out the different ones, and I'm not going to try to say these words because I would embarrass myself, but you can see the different types of color blindness. And so if we pick one, like say this one, which is unambiguous.
Unambiguous.
And we go ahead and hit save. So when we come back in here and click on our logic, we can see that node colors are now like, well, for me, it's orange and kind of a pink, but for a colorblind person, they can see a very drastic contrast of color between these two. And that lets them be able to distinguish between the types of nodes that they're editing. So for folks like my nephew that are colorblind, this is a great feature. So let's go ahead and go back outside here. And you're going to see this tank is dancing. So we're going to do a little mini tutorial here. A little mini tutorial. It is not going to be detailed. It's probably not even correct, just so you know, because I have not spent a lot of time with tank tracks or wheels. So what I am going to do is show you how I calm this tank down. So I haven't spent a lot of time with tank tracks, but I think you want your grip a lot higher than your track tension. Just for performance, but I'm not positive on that. We'll find out later, but I just want to show you really quick how to start tweaking this in case you were having trouble with the bouncies, which I did, and that was by going ahead and putting things down to 50% and starting from there to see if your bounciness stops happening. Let's go ahead and time lapse this quickie. Alright, so I set the whole thing down to 50%. And now we have no bounces. So that's a good starting point, probably for every vehicle that you build, but it's going to be different for each one on how much you have to tweak the tracks. Like I said, for this one, it's not too bad. It's using big wheels all in a straight line. If we go ahead and start tweaking this, we could probably get away with, and I'm assuming that these drive wheels that are higher don't really care about grip, so I usually leave these alone and go ahead and bump up the grip on the front and back, and we can probably get away with doing this pretty easily like that. Okay, and then let's check it real quick to make sure we're not bouncing. Rock solid. Go back in, go ahead and bump these other ones. We're going to assume that this tank is pretty stable, and we're just going to bump them all up on grip to 100%. I'm thinking that for this tank, it's going to be more about track tension than grip. It's going to be the issue. Okay, so that's all done. Go ahead and come back here. It's stable. Okay, cool. And so let's go back now and get a little bit dangerous with the track tension. So I'm going to set all these to 75%. Where to go? 75%. Okay, and 75%. Now I don't know how much we can get away with, because I think this tank has a lot of issue. with the tracks, track tension. We got the jitters. Okay, so it is a track tension on this tank that it does not like. So we're going to go ahead and go back. And now we're just going to cut, let's cut the middle wheels on, split the difference on these. And just back these off to 65. And I'm only doing the middle ones, assuming that the outside ones are going to be okay, or we'll probably need more track tension in the middle. I know, I'm guessing this up here. So if I'm wrong, please leave it in the comments below. Not a big deal to tell me I'm wrong. And let's go ahead and do this. We still got the jitters. All right. So we might not be able to get away with these front and back being too tight. So again, 65%. 65%. Still jittering. Look at that. All right. So we had it at 50. It was rock solid. Let's go down to 55% on all of these. Yeah, okay, so let's check this out. Okay, now we're at 55%. And we're solid. Okay. Let's see if we can drive this around a little bit. Now this tank, oops. This tank is probably going to have some issues with overheating since the last update. But we'll go ahead and see if we can just get it moving. So we're going to come in here. Go ahead and turn it on. And then I think it's like, there we go. Alright, so this tank has a few more issues with just how it's set up, but it does work pretty well now with our tension and our grip. Let's try turning. Yeah, there goes there goes the engine. We're gonna blow up. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. So the difference between this tank and the Tiger tank that was made by Gameflyer, I'll leave a link in the description below if you want to check out that other tank, is that this tank was harder to balance. Now it has drive wheels in the front and back, but in order to get this to stop bouncing, I have my grip at 100% on, I think, all of these. No, I did not. So in the middle wheels, I had to set my grip down to 5%. And on my end wheels, I set front and back to 100%. But then my track tension, I had to go down to 25%. And then, again, grip goes down to 5% in the middle. So it's very odd. So I'm guessing if I played around with this longer, I could probably lower the grip on these drive wheels because they're not touching the ground. And then I could probably lower the tension down to 50%, say, on all these, maybe? Let's just try it. I don't know. But this is the way you're going to have to tweak your vehicles until we have like a solid example of where you should be putting your tension and your grip. So I'm just kind of showing you how I'm doing it. Could be wrong. If you have suggestions, leave them in the comments below. But I'm going to go ahead and do it this way. So I went ahead and lowered this. Grip. Lower the tension. Yes. Okay. So we come over here. Let's see if we can up our track tension on the front wheels. All right, let's try it. All right, now I got the shakes again. Definitely this tank needs to be really low on the grip in the middle and high grip on the back and front in order to make it not shake. Really strange, really different. And we're going to go ahead and see if this works. And let's try it. Okay, here we go. Nope, still shaking. So let's go back and reload the original tank just because I can't remember what I had the settings to. So I had 100% on the tire track. I don't think I need grip at all here. I'm going to lower that because that's just dumb. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and look at these. Got 100% grip, 100% grip, 100% grip. And then our middle wheels was set to 5% and 25%. Very interesting. So anyways, what I'm trying to show you is that every tank is different, and the best way to probably start this is to finish your build, your body-wise, all your weight and everything, because that's going to affect how you tweak your wheel settings. But as far as balancing, yeah, start in the middle and then work what you think is important. If you think grips is more important, then probably speed, I'm guessing, is what the tracks are based on. Then tweak those settings until you get them right. So that's it for today. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Rocksteady tank. Yes. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye, and hopefully I'll get a better tank tutorial for you. But for now, if you haven't hit the bell, go ahead and do so it goes ding dong when I upload a new video. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so, and I'll see you next time. Bye!